Hello, guys. Can you hear me? Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Okay, I can hear you.
My network, so I had to switch to another network. I'm sorry about that. Now, please, let's continue. So today now we'll continue from the last class that we had yesterday, and I'm going to combine it as I said. So let's go straight. So today now we are going to be looking at uh, the HTML, that is the heading, the level 1 to level 6. Level 1 to level 6, that's what we're going to be looking at today. Level 1 to level 6. So let me share my screen for you guys to see. Please mute your mic, please. Mute your mic, please. Thank you for that. So now let me share my screen for you guys to see. Now this screen is shared, so you should be able to see this now. You should be able to see this. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Now let's continue. So today's date is July 7 dot, let me just put July 7th dot HTML, July 7 dot HTML. So I'm going to collapse this. Today we'll be looking at the July 7 dot HTML. Yes. Wow. Oh, sorry. Yes, I trust. Shift 1, tap. What happened? New release, sorry. Okay. Now, we're going to be looking at the H1, that is level 1 to level 6. Please pay attention to this. Level 1 to level 6. That is what we're looking at today. We have the level 1 to level 6. Level 1 to level 6. Level 1 to level 6. Now, which one is level 1 to level 6? They are called tags. As I said in the presentation, we have the HTML element. So the element is what we want to look at here. So we are going to start with the level 1 to level 6 elements, which are this. Let me comment this out. Now the level 1 to level 6 is your H1. So the H1 tag. H1 tab. Now how do you do that for those that are those that are new to programming? Press your H1, then press your tab. It will give you this. The first one is your opening tag. The second one is your closing tag. The opening tag is not having a forward slash. The closing tag is having a forward slash. That is just the difference. They have the same H1 inside, the same H1. But one is having a forward slash, one is not having it. So opening tag, closing tag. Now let's continue. So this is level 1. Let me put level 1 heading. This is level 1. Now let's see level 2, H2. Level 2 heading. Now all these are heading tags. We normally use it as title for article, for post, and so on. Now we're going to look at it. By the time I finish, I will show you H3 level 4, level 3, sorry, level 3 heading. Then the H4 is for level 4 FOUR heading. Then the H5 level 5 heading. Then the H6, that is where we are going to stop. That is where it stops. H6 is level 6 heading. Now we are going to go live now, but let me quickly do some little settings from here, because I have to uninstall all we installed yesterday because of the error that actually came up. So live server setting, I want to set the live server so that it will actually display on Google. Yes, this is what we did yesterday, configuring the live server to open with Google Chrome. So now then you need to enable your auto save to make sure this automatically save itself without you coming to click on save always, for those that were not in the class yesterday. Now I will need to come here, go live, or I just right click here and open with live server. Then I should have this opened on the browser. Now let's wait for it to open. It will open on this browser. Then we'll see the levels H1 to H6. H1 happens to be the largest, followed by the H2, followed by the H3, followed by the H4 and H5 and H6. Now let's take a look at it. It's still coming up. Yes. Now take a look at this. Let me increase the size. Now this is it. The level 1 is this one. This is the level 2. This is the level 3 H3 tag, the H4, the H5 and the H6. These are level 1 to level 6 tags. We call them the H1 to H6. Now what can we use this thing for? You can use it as a heading of a post or heading of an article and so on like that in your program. For instance, let's say we want something like, let's make it practical now. I will comment this out. To comment, you press your control key with your /. That is the shortcut. We are still coming down to that as a topic, but that's what I just used now. Your control key with your / to do that, to do what I've done. I will still explain what the comment does. Now, here now, I have the H1 as my level 1 heading tag. Let's assume I want to do, let me do something. Let's say P, I will still explain this. Lorem 50. Yes. Then I should have this. If I go to my browser, then I should have Lorem 50. What happened there? Let's see. Report this. Okay. Let me reload. I think there is error. Now, this is how you have it. When you have a, maybe sometimes you open some website that happens to be maybe a post or about us, or maybe read more about us, read more, see us, and so on. Now you will see the first one, which happens to talk about, like, about us, or the topic of the post, is always in this format. So it's either it is in level 1, which is H1, or H2 or H3, depending on the size you are trying to achieve. Then the content, which is the main content, comes underneath, and which is this one. So that is where your level 1 or level 2 to 6 is actually useful, where you can use them. So you can use them like this. And also the next one, which we are going to be looking at, is this one I just put now. This is actually an abbreviation of paragraph. Paragraph. The paragraph tag is still the same thing. It has opening tag, likewise closing tag. Now the paragraph tag only allow you to put content of smaller font like what we just saw now, something like article content, post content, and so on and so forth like that. Content that is readable, not too big, not too small, moderate. That is the paragraph tag, as the name, paragraph. So that is what we use the paragraph tag for. So, and anything can be inside it. You can put anything and so on. Now, you may be wondering, because I think someone asked that question, is it here or in the class, that is it possible to type directly without using any tag? Let's see how it works. Now, if you can see, you will see that I didn't put this inside any tag. Let me wrap this so that it will not be going out of the screen. Let me wrap it. I think I still have it opened. Let me wrap the text. So just be word wrap. Where is word wrap? Word wrap. Okay, this is it. Word wrap should be on. So our content should be together now. Yes. So it will not be going outside. That means going inside. So we have it together here. Now, is it possible to have, the question is this, is it possible to have a text? Someone has this question, either maybe on site or online, or have a text like this without having a tag. Is it a must we should have a tag? Can we type directly like this? Will it appear on the browser? The answer is, let's see it ourselves. Is it showing? Still there. Let's go back and say, this one stop at where? ATQUA. At Q. Yes, it still works without a tag. Does it mean we can use it that way? Now I will throw this to the class. This should be an interactive class. I will throw it to the class. Can we do it that way? I will call on each of the students to come in and talk one or two things about that. Is it possible to type directly into our code editor without wrapping it inside a tag? Let me start with Frank. Frank, please unmute yourself. I want everybody to contribute to this. Frank, is it possible?
Yes, I'm with you.
Is it ideal to type directly without enclosing it in a tag?
It is not ideal. First of all, when you give it a tag, you have the ability to control your letters. You have the ability to access, to style it.
Frank, I love what you are saying, but I want you to increase the volume so that we can all hear you.
Okay. Okay, what I'm saying is that if you type text, a document inside your HTML without a tag, like a H1 or H6 or any of which, you won't be able to control the letters, the text, because those tags gives you access, the ability to control the text that you put inside your HTML. That is just it.
Oh, thank you. I like that. Okay, thank you for that. Now let me call someone else again to throw more light to that again, to add one or two things before we continue. I will call on Amaka. Amaka, please unmute yourself. Don't worry about the time. I will add extra time to it. Unmute yourself, Amaka. Amaka, please unmute yourself. Thank you, Amaka.
Okay, ma'am.
Now, Amaka.
Good evening.
Good evening, Amaka. How are you doing?
Fine, sir.
All right, thank you. Thank God you actually address me as man today, not as woman. Now, Amaka.
Wow.
Amaka, now is it ideal to have our text, our content, our write-up directly in the editor without being enclosed in the tag?
It's a wrong idea. It's not advisable to use that, in my own understanding. because when you want to work on the test, you you cannot access it. As in, you cannot. Maybe you want to design the test or you do something about the test. You don't. It will not work. Just like giving birth to a child without naming the child. So you need to
Stop
name
there,
it.
woman. Carry and go. Giving birth to a child without giving it a name. Giving the child a name. I love that. I love that. I
So
love that.
that's just an
All
instance I
right.
can just use. So it's not advisable.
All right.
Yeah.
Thank you.
It's just like
I love that. I love that. You guys are wonderful guys. You are wonderful people. I love that. Now, I love what you guys have said. Now, I don't want to extend it. I don't want to extend it. I just want to throw more light to that. Now, I normally wonder, I normally know, I'm always curious. Let me put it that way. Why is it like that? It's supposed not to be allowed at all. One is you cannot style it, you cannot do anything to it, just to type. So why is it now working? Now, the truth of the matter is this. HTML5 especially accept nonsense. Even though you put the tag and you don't put the right tag, it will still accept it. Yes, it accepts a lot of rubbish. It accepts so many things, making it so flexible. Now, do you know that as you have put that a normal typing without a tag, it will still show it on the browser, but the browser will actually render it as maybe p tag or h1 or anyone automatically, but it is not advisable. Just like Frank said, you will not be able to style it. And just like Amaka said, just like giving birth to a child without assigning a name to that child. How do you want to call that child? You will say, Wos, Wobi, or hey, come here. That means there's no name given to that child. If there's a name assigned to that child, you will not be saying Ace, Ace, or Hey, how. Even though it's only when the child answer you. I will tell you, my name is not Ace. My name is not Wos, Wobi. And so on like that. So it is not advisable to do such. So don't try such. So in case you've done such before and you're now wondering why is it working, HTML5 accepts a lot of jargons, and it will actually pass it across to the browser, telling the browser to do what? To render it itself. So please, as a good programmer, don't try that. It's not good. Let's continue. Now that is the p tag is the best for this. You use your p tag to actually come, you type your p, then inside your p tag, then you type your text. Now HTML5 or the VS Code, VS editor, that is VS Code, it allows you to use lorem. We call it the dummy, a dummy text. You'll be seeing me saying that I will just type, I will put number, and the thing will just pop out, or it will just display text. How is it working? All you need to do, there's something we call lorem. Type lorem, then amount of words that you want, put it. I want 20 words. Let's say I want 5 words. Put 5 there, then press your tab. It will populate, it will generate that number for you, 5 words for you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you see that? All you need to do, I go back again, we use these just to fill space of a particular content till when we get the right content that will actually replace it, to save our time waiting for clients to send right up before we continue. You can use the dummy, we call it dummy. You can use the dummy text to fill the space up till when you get the right content that will actually replace the something. So just type lorem, amount of words you want. I want 50 words. Put 50 and press tab, T-A-B, above your caps lock. Then you have 50 words automatically generated. I believe that is clear, right?
Yes, sir.
All right.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thank you. Now let's continue, and that is the dummy text that we've been using so far. So now the next tag we are going to be looking at is called the horizontal rule. Horizontal rule. I said almost 85% of our tags have a closing tag. Not all. HR is the horizontal rule. The HR does not have a closing tag. The H is an abbreviation for HR, horizontal rule. That is the full name. Horizontal rule is an abbreviation for horizontal rule. It enables you to draw a line across, a line like a demarcation. Let me put 10 here, a demarcation across the screen. Now let's take a look at the horizontal rule, how it works. Horizontal rule, how it works. Sorry, let me bring this one down. How the horizontal rule works. Let's take a look at this. Can you see that? A line across, just like creating sections, demarcating the sections with line. It enables you to create sections of a web page, dividing the web content in sections. That is what the horizontal rule does. Horizontal rule, HR. And also, the next one that we are going to look at, don't mind me, I'm trying to check if this thing timed out so that I will know. Now, the next one we are going to look at is the break tag. Before going to the break tag, you may come across the horizontal rule written in this format, like this. Does it mean it will work? Yes, it will work. If you go back, you see, it's still there. Now, what does that mean? What it means is this. This is not HTML. I can prove that to you. For those that are here, even though you have been into programming for years, I will tell you, this is not HTML. This is XHTML. XHTML. Extensible Hyperlink Transfer Markup and extensible hypertext markup language. Extensible hypertext markup language. This is XHTML. In case you come across that, that is XHTML. Now, I said it that HTML5 has set a lot of any tag goes, everything goes, anything goes. So if you put this in HTML, it will work. But if you try to put this HR like this in XHTML, inside XHTML, it will not work. Extensible. Let me write it out. Extensible hypertext markup language. That is this. That's what this one actually abbreviates. Extensible hypertext markup language. This one actually came immediately after HTML 4.01. They introduced this one immediately after HTML 4.01, before the introduction of HTML5. So this is in between HTML 4.01 and HTML5. You can make your findings. I'm 100% sure of what I'm saying. This was introduced, this in between HTML 4.01 and HTML5, XHTML, but it's not commonly used. So if you put this tag inside HTML, it will work. If you put it inside XHTML, it works. It works. But if you try this inside XHTML, it will not work until you write it out in a format that is like this before it works. Meaning that XHTML is having what? The HR is having a closing tag. This is what it means. You cannot write any tag in XHTML. 99% of the tags works with a closing tag. And that is the meaning of this. I want to actually stop here today because I think I remember one of the students said we should always keep to time. And I want to be faithful to that person and even to you guys all. Please, because of the class. He said he has another class. Likewise, I have another class too. But before we go, let me quickly welcome one or two questions for today. One or two questions. Oyinlola.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. You're welcome. I
Yes,
always
sir.
try to
Thank
keep
you.
to time, please, and I always like to be faithful. Sorry because I actually joined the class late. I was trying to put some things together based on the video. Now, let me quickly.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Let me quickly say this again. I lost the video for yesterday class.
Yeah, I understand. I also have told the facilitator to give me 15 minutes.
Okay, so I decided to
No
put the
problem, sir. No
presentation
problem.
together for yesterday so that at least it will capture 80% of what we discussed yesterday, and I will be adding it to this class. And that's what I've done today. And I thank God that at least I'm able to capture that. And for those that were not in class yesterday, it will be of benefit to them. And I even added more to what we discussed yesterday for better understanding. You have a question, Dennis?
Yes, yes.
Please go ahead so we can round up.
Okay, at the beginning of this Visual Studio training, that very initial code, the header, the doc type, all those codes, I don't understand how they got there.
The beginning. Okay.
Yes.
Now what we did is this. Now pay attention to the screen. Hi,
Okay.
here, if you want to do this, I will take this away now and I will quickly do that so that you can grab. All you need to do is your shift key
Okay, sir.
with
Thank
number
you.
1 to get the exclamation mark, shift key and number 1. Then press your tab, tab.
Okay.
Is that clear?
Okay. Yes.
Your
Yes.
shift key
Oh,
with
thank
number
you.
1, it will give you exclamation mark, then press your tab, which is tab. That is all. And that is the solution. Is that clear?
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Clear. Very clear.
All right. Now, who again, if you have question, please go ahead and ask your question so that Frank, please go ahead, Frank. Frank, go ahead. Unmute yourself and talk, please.
Okay, can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Please go
Hello?
ahead.
Okay, sir. Now, the highest letter is H1.
The highest letter,
Now,
yes,
if you want
the
to
largest one.
That's the largest letter. Now, if you
H1.
want to increase it more than that size,
If you want to increase more than that
What?
size,
yes.
you use your CSS.
Okay, you have to style it if you want
Yes,
to
you have
increase
to
more
style
than
it.
that size. Okay, all right. Thank you.
Have I answered your question?
Yes, sir, you have.
Okay,
you have
who
done
again
that.
is having question? We are actually rounding up. Okay, in the absence of any, if you don't have question, then we are going to call it a night. As I used to say, I still remain Johnson Akins. Meet you guys next week, Saturday, 7 p.m. I will upload this video now. I will try and work on it today now so I can upload before I leave the office, or this night before I sleep. I will do that so that you guys can go through it again and again and again. Thank you and God bless you. Bye for now. Join the second class. It's starting now.